The Lakers look for their first preseason win. Eli Rowe, Derek Collins, and Kenny Maurer are three officials. And right from the get-go tonight, it will be Pau Gasol and Andrew Bynum on the floor. And they didn't have that many minutes together in Fresno. In fact, when the Lakers played their best basketball, especially the defensive end, the second unit was out there and got him back into the game late in the third before it got away in the fourth. So Kobe out there with Vladimir Radmanovich, Andrew Bynum, Pau Gasol, and a glue guy, Derek Fisher. The Lakers have taken 3 out of the last 4 from the Kings, and that's in the season series. And that's exactly what they've done in the season series in each of the last 2 years, as they've controlled the Sacramento Kings. Transition period time, though. We'll talk about that later tonight for Sacramento. And they've got some good-looking youngsters that you're going to see on the floor, like Dante Green and Jason Thompson. Radmanovich gets the bucket, gets the block, and not a bad beginning.
Well, the one thing I liked about that play from Rad, a lot of times players find themselves in a position where, is it a questionable offensive foul or block? They just pull up a little bit, looking around to see what the official was going to call. Rad had the thought to, I'm going to just shoot it, forget it. I'll turn around and look after the fact. He turns around, he finds out it's a man one. Nice play.
It's a very important preseason for Vladimir Radmanovich, doing his best Jermaine Jones imitation on that free throw as he gets the three-point play.
It seems like his free throws have even gotten, the arc has even gotten higher.
Forcing Udrih to his right. He sets up Brad Miller. And one and done. Andrew Bynum will clear it out. Not that there's going to be a sense of urgency, because you don't need that in the preseason. But the Lakers would like a good start tonight. And as I mentioned, a very clean start. Just holding on to the basketball, not beating themselves.
The whole idea is just to continue to improve in the preseason. That's what it's all about. And, the more you play together, whatever the unit may be, the more chances you're going to improve.
That's their first turnover of the contest. Back door. Kevin Martin, a guy who always got to the free throw line. In fact, the most makes at the stripe of the NBA last year. And a 3-second violation defensively for the Lakers and Andrew Bynum. He was in the high post just inside the free throw line.
That's a technical foul. Kevin Martin. 1 shot.
So free throw coming up. And I just talked about Martin going to the free throw line. 6th in the league in scoring last year, as he averaged 24 and 4 rebounds a game. And he set a Sacramento Kings record in free throws made. He's also in a help 12th in the league in free throw percentage. So the Lakers by 2 early. And then the Lakers have the week off to practice, to get back together at their training facility in El Segundo. More over Gasol, and he'll get the soft touch in the roll. It's tied at 3.
Good position by Pau in defense that time, but I thought he should have challenged just a little more. If he raises up a little bit higher, he rejects that shot.
Set up for Radmanovich. Too strong, and Udrih looking for early offense. Brad Miller in a good position. 5 threes. That's 5 unanswered by the King.
And Brad Miller looks to be in as good a shape as he's been in quite some time. And he obviously is taking it seriously. As you get a little older, you got to really concentrate on your conditioning in your body. And Brad looks like he's serious about it.
Yeah, he took care of himself last year to the extent where he bounced back, because the previous 2 years he was out there. Derek Fisher behind the pick, went the other way, and ties it up at 5 with his first basket of the game. Good looking form for Derek Fisher early.
And whoever guards Kevin Martin, boy, you have to make sure you are always on the move, because he's one of those very talented off-the-ball players. He moves a lot without it.
That was inside the arc. So long 2 for Martin, his 5th year from Western Carolina. And Kobe had it taken away, but Andrew Bynum right back. Kobe leaves it off. Radmanovich has 5 early points for the Lakers as they tie it at 7. Salmons thought he had a steal. And he got Kobe cleanly on his way up, but couldn't stay in bounds with it.
Tough matchup for Radmanovich. Kevin Martin is just so quick.
Kings first round pick in 2004, 26th overall. And a quick timeout coming for the Lakers.
There's something Phil Jackson doesn't like, because when he's up yapping at the officials, there's something that he felt that they missed. He'll get an explanation. Whether he agrees with it, that's another story. We got 9:27 left in the first, and the Kings have jumped out to an early 2-point advantage. But the Lakers, well, making things happen with the Radmanovich.
Lakers basketball brought to you by Toyota. Moving forward. Early 2-point lead for the Sacramento Kings over the Lakers, 9-7. 2.5 minutes into the contest. And welcome back to Las Vegas. Joel Myers, Stu Lance, John Ireland at the Thomas and Mack Center. Vladimir Radmanovich getting the start for the Lakers. He's got 5 of the first 7. And Andrew Bynum, Pau Gasol out there at the outset of the contest. So valuable minutes together to start things off.
Well, we've got to get the ball down on the inside to Andrew Bynum. Run their offense inside out. He's been doing a little bit on the perimeter here.
Brad Miller matching up, so the mismatch, and then Pau Gasol put it right into the body of Beno Udrih.
Didn't even see him.
Yeah, he brought it down, and then it went right off the side of Udrih. Kobe hitting the deck, and Udrih makes him pay. 11-7. Got a defensive 3 coming up against the Kings.
Defensive
Free throw. Coming up for Kobe and the Lakers.
Last play by Beno is he did the spin move, freed himself. Kobe lost his balance. And Beno is very good at that little 15-foot jump shot. That's the thing that's his staple as far as the perimeter game is concerned.
And he finally got the minutes last year, Stu. The one thing we noticed, and you better force him away from his left side. He'll try to get back there like he did there.
Well, they all will, and that's the whole thing. If you overplay them too much, then they're going to be able to come back, but you must make sure you don't just let him waltz that direction.
Isolation play for Kobe with 10 on the shot clock. Man, little step through, left hand, a beauty.
That's called footwork. That's called reading the defense, doing what is necessary, using the offhand. That's also called talent.
Andrew Bynum with the foul at the opposite end.
He's just backing down John Salmons and up, oops, up and under, left hand. That's just beautiful. That is pretty. I mean, that's something that young kids should all just practice a lot, is the ability to use your offhand.
Good switch by Pau Gasol. Now the scramble. It'll be Udrih behind the arc. And Pau Gasol with a good position on Brad Miller. So rebounding should be an issue for the Lakers this year with those two guys downstairs as Miller takes it on the short one by Fisher. Quickly out to Salmons.
But the one thing you don't want to do too much of period when you're a Laker is get into just a scramble game up and down. But when you've got the two centers or the two bigs, Andrew and Powell, on the floor at the same time, you don't want to take hurried shots where they're having a tough time enough getting cross midcourt. You want to make sure you utilize that size.
And you talked about the touches. Andrew Bynum hasn't seen many.
Well, no, and I'm talking about on the box.
Little step back for Gasol. And Radmanovich keeps it alive as it's taken away. And Andrew Bynum had it down. Salmons got to it. And on the finish is John Salmons.
And, a lot of people say, why do bigs put the ball on the floor? Well, there are a lot of times when, yeah, that is a legitimate right. But most of the time, or some of the time, they have to develop some balance. He wanted to take a dribble to get his footwork and be able to power it back up. At that time, he had it taken away.
Little slip screen. Pau Gasol fouled as Brad Miller hit the deck. But before Pau could even set the pick for Kobe, slid away, and it was a perfect pass.
Well, they're looking to jump the screens with Kobe, obviously. And Kobe's looking to give to the roll man. This time it was Pau Gasol. And the Lakers with Andrew Bynum now, they have an option of what they want to do with their screen and roll situations.
So Gasol will shoot 2. They said he was in the act going up against Brad Miller. And Pau last year, the Lakers, of course, a different team once he arrived. 8th year from Barcelona. And what a summer he had like Kobe. And losing, winning the silver medal. Losing to the U.S. side, 118-107 to Kobe and that side. But the Lakers, once he arrived and was in the lineup, remember the night in New Jersey, 22-5. Not too bad. In the 27 games, he was in the starting 5.
When you've got an intelligent player like he is, and then you have a system that really complements him, this triangle offense really complements him a lot.
Short corner 3 as they space properly, and Brad Miller got it. It's a 16-12 lead now for the Kings. Kobe free inside the arc. And a little bit long as Gasol's length took it away from Mikey Moore. Leaves it off for Radmanovich. He'll crawl it home.
Nice
2-point game.
Nice power play by Radmanovich. Utilized his size on the inside.
There is definitely an opportunity for Radmanovich because with the way things are constructed now for the Lakers, because you need a three that can score. You're going to have plenty of guys that can defend when you have Pau and Andrew on the floor at the same time. Yeah. Salmons did everything but get the ball to the rim.
Good help by the Lakers bigs because he got into the paint but altered his shot.
Kobe with the run on the baseline. Bam sharing it nicely. Derek Fisher, great pass. Pau Gasol, the extra pass.
Yeah, sometimes that extra pass, though, leads to a 3-second violation. But that one was nice. Derek did a good job of finding the open man.
And that's what Reggie Theus is saying right now to Eli Rowe. Exactly what you just said.
Yeah, it was 3 seconds. But you get away with it once in a while.
That's a pad save by Andrew Bynum. But I like the extra pass and the way they spaced on the floor.
Well, spacing is critical in basketball. I mean, especially at the NBA level. You got all these big bodies. You have to have proper spacing. Then when you move the ball efficiently, you end up with some easy ones.
Halfway through the opening 12. It's all even at 16. And it stays that way as Gasol, uncontested underneath.
See, this is where they got to look to Andrew. He's got good position on the inside.
And over Brad Miller, coming up short. Did he rush it a little bit that time?
Yeah, I think he did. But he realizes that when he touches it, the smalls are getting into the play. So sometimes your bigs will go a little too soon.
He's got his second foul. Well, he's had so few touches in the first 6 minutes of the game. He figured I better go now with it.
That's the mentality of players. If they don't touch the ball for a long time, then when they finally do get a touch, they say, hey, I'm shooting this one.
Tied at 16 as Lamar Odom's going to be coming into the game between free throws for Kevin Martin.
And the Lakers, number 7, Lamar Odom.
And Andrew Bynum will sit down. So Lamar trying to figure things out himself. And what's the role going to be? Because the first game he was bringing the ball up. Then he didn't bring it up as much in game number 2 in Fresno. Well, as much as in Anaheim.
My thing there is just play. You know, don't overcomplicate the game. The triangle offense is not a very complicated system once you learn it anyhow. So just play.
Lamar off the bench, coming up short. Man, a couple of Lakers took it away from each other that time.
Well, Lamar came in shooting. That's the first. That's as early a shot as he's ever taken when he's been in the game.
Now took it away from Brad Miller, leading the break with Lamar, and off Lamar, out of bounds. It looked like it rolled down off Lamar. They're going to give the Lakers the basketball. A break there, and it'll go the other way.
He just pointed the wrong way because it did go down Lamar's leg. Little lead on the play and off of Lamar's body, and he points the wrong way. And the officials do that once in a while.
Kings by 2 with the basketball. Lamar jumping out, helping out, but somebody's got to rotate over. Mikey Moore with the slam. Nobody got there. Somebody's got to help the helper. 20-16 Sacramento by 4.
You want to make sure you make the player throw it across his body back across the court, not right on the same side that the help came from.
Taken away. Shouldn't happen. Udrih, the smaller man, got it away from behind from Radmanovich. So the turnovers, a couple early for the Lakers. Up fake. Salmons. And right back at it. Fresh shot clock for the Kings. Lakers have done a nice job on the boards. They have out-rebounded their opponents over the first 2 games.
But have nothing to show for it. Not that it really matters in the preseason.
Good entry pass. Moore didn't give him an assist. Yes. The Lakers will clear it out. Radmanovich with the glass. Now Lamar on the spin and the beauty at that. Leaves it off. Udrich's got the foul. Gasol's got the free throws. And that's what Lamar Odom can bring to this offense.
Well, what a dance by Lamar. He came down, gave the 2-step, did his spin move, pirouette, and then said, here, pal, give me an assist. Brad Miller's looking for him, and Mikey Moore said, I know he's around somewhere. He's there, but the ball is good job.
Substitution.
Number 5,
Bobby Brown coming in for the Sacramento Kings. Udrih will sit down. And another one of those, Jordan Farmar, will match up with him in the backcourt. Couple of LA natives. Jordan, of course, out of Taft High School in Woodland Hills. And I gave Trevor Reese a little trouble in the layup lines because Bobby Brown, another Westchester High guy. Seems like we've seen a bunch of those guys lately.
Lately we have.
So Bobby Brown, and he's got a guaranteed contract. He, in fact, over the first 2 games, is the leading scorer, and that's a good thing to see. A guy out of Cal State Fullerton, a well-deserved. He's worked hard. 24-year-old. He played in Berlin last year. In the German league, averaged 15 a game. Now the shot clock is all the way down, and they have run out of time. So the Lakers get the stop. Good defensive stand.
Yeah, once they threw the ball in the corner and the Lakers trapped, I knew there was going to be a violation because they had nobody in really a shooting position. Brad Miller caught the ball, but they had smothered him. He had to put it on the floor and put it off the foot, and then the 24-second violation.
Spencer Hawes has just come into the game, the first-round pick for the Kings last year, 10th overall. He's in his second season out of Washington. Guy that showed a lot of ability at the offensive end, but deficiency defensively. Kobe. Will he get the roll now?
Well, he was so open when he caught that pass. He could have hesitated, just taking one dribble and had a layup.
Yeah, it looked like he had a clear path to the basket. But a good entry, the way he cut across. So the opportunities are there for the Lakers. They trail by only 2, 20-18. Salmons sizing things up. Hawes after it. Jordan Farmar got tangled up with Mikey Moore. Squirts free. It'll be Salmons again. This time, he gets the 3. 5-point lead is the biggest of the game for the Sacramento Kings. And there's a guy who's been involved offensively in his 7th year from Miami, a free agent signing from the 76ers. This is going to be his 3rd year with Sacramento.
And a talented offensive player. I mean, he can do things one-on-one.
Run off Gasol. Kobe. Blows the easy one. Good looking pass by Pau Gasol.
Kobe didn't get any lift on that one.
And it's Salmons at the other end of the floor. So a 7-point lead now for Sacramento. Kobe in the lob. Radmanovic found him.
Good look by Radmanovic. Good outlet pass by the Lakers, and nice job by Radmanovic.
And Stu, you talked about the pace of the race when both Andrew Bynum and Pau Gasol on the floor. But when one or the other sits down, the opportunity is there for some early offense, for some transition. Take away by Kobe. Bobby Brown wasn't ready for that pass anyway.
And that's always on the passer, and Hawes should have recognized that.
Farmar flipped on his way, and he's got an opportunity for the 3-point play. Boy, they're sharing the basketball well.
And that makes everybody happy. When everybody gets touches and, gets involved in the offense, it's amazing how the defense picks up. Everything picks up. That's why basketball is the epitome of a team game. 2 minutes exactly left to go in the first, and the Lakers trailing by 3. 2 minutes exactly to go in the first. The Lakers trailing by 3, but a free throw coming to Jordan Farmar. The Lakers, the last couple of possessions, have gotten some easy ones. Kobe got the pass from Radmanovic and threw one down. And the next trip down, the Lakers again in transition. Radmanovic, the trigger man on both occasions. So 2 assists in a row for Vladimir Radmanovic. Maybe we'll put him at the point guard position.
Well, with the situation, and especially with the speculation, talking about what they're going to do with the small forward position. If you do start Andrew Bynum and Pau Gasol, you really need a shooter at the 3.
Yeah, you do. You need a shooter, but at the same time, you can get away with. I wouldn't qualify Trevor Ariza as a shooter per se, but you still could get away with it because he's such a slasher. And if you're going to start Pau and Andrew together, you got to make the offense or the defense pay on the inside. Pound it on the inside. You're going to get a lot of easy opportunities when you still have Kobe, Fish, or whoever else is on the floor. So I think that combination would free up that position for a lot of different players.
Jordan Farmar fouled by Mikey Moore, as we just saw in that replay on our way to the timeout. So the chance for the 3-point play for Jordan would make it a 2-point game. And that's exactly what he accomplishes. 25-23 as the Lakers now shooting 47%, but 59% for the Sacramento Kings. So Hawes out there with Kevin Martin staying on the floor. Mikey Moore, Bobby Brown, and also John Salmons. Kobe Carlos checked into the lineup with Trevor Ariza for the Lakers. And boy, Lamar tied him up perfectly.
Well, Kevin Martin drove, trying to take Kobe Carl off the dribble, and he drove right into the chest of Lamar, who was in a help position, and Lamar just stood his ground, put his arms up, and basically took the ball out of the arms. That's why we have a jump ball. Nice play by on the defensive side by Lamar Odom.
Josh Powell is also coming to the lineup for the Lakers for the first time. And the Lakers, as Martin did in the contested, controlling. Opportunity to tie or take the lead with 95 seconds left in the first 12.
Now this is kind of a matchup where you got Mikey Moore guarding Lamar, take him out on the perimeter and make him move his feet. Lamar off the dribble can create a lot of problems.
Farmo is space. Mikey Moore with the board. Points to the paint, 16-8 early for the Lakers. And second chance points almost even. Same as fast break points. Giveaway by Sacramento. Transition opportunity. The trailer is Lamar. Boy, moving it, spacing it. Kobe Carl, not close, but Lamar gives him a second chance. And on the move, Ariza has it poked away by Shelvin.
He lost control of it. Didn't quite have his mind made up what he wanted to do with it.
Bobby Brown on the attack draws the contact. Jordan Farmar. It'll be a couple of free throws for Bobby Brown. And in the game, and a guy that I saw over the summer in Las Vegas here at Thomas and Mack, Jason Thompson. And they got a keeper as far as I'm concerned. 6'11", 250. I remember I called you, I think I told you about this kid. 22-year-old who played his college ball at Rider, only the second player ever drafted by an NBA franchise out of Rider. The other 10th round pick back in 1968 for the Sixers. So this guy is just an interesting configuration for his size at 6'11", 250. And not a muscle-bound guy, real smooth guy.
Let's see what he can do out there.
Bobby Brown at the free throw line converts 27-23. In fact, I told you when I saw him, he looked like George McGinnis without the muscles because he was so smooth. Now Farmar, right past Bobby Brown. Nice angle.
Nice little handoff. And Jordan turning the corner defensively. There was no help. I'm sure Reggie Theus will have some words for his defense.
Bobby Brown didn't get the runner. Got inside, though, effectively. As I mentioned, their leading scorer. With 15, almost 16 a game over the first two preseason games. They've split the first two. So the Lakers with the ball. And Lamar, tough look. He gets it. Lakers take the lead.
Well, Lamar says, hey, you're bringing me in off the bench. I'm going to be an offensive player for you then. If that's what you want me to do, I'll try my best to be selfish.
Well, Phil Jackson said that it was interesting that Lamar's first shot, remember, a couple of games ago was, what, late in the game? That was a three-point attempt.
It shouldn't really surprise people, though, because that's Lamar. Lamar is not a selfish player. And the good offensive players have a little bit of selfishness in them, and you have to have that if you're going to be a good offensive player. As George Kobe Carl, George Carl's son, tries a long one that doesn't quite get there. We're at the end of the first quarter, and the Lakers, who trailed primarily the whole way, lead by 1. Play by Vladimir Radmanovich.
He's had some good games against the Kings. Remember that three-pointer in the corner? Bring the Lakers back. So it looked like the Lakers were going to lose, and they stole it in overtime.
Up in Sacramento?
Yes.
That thing he was so deep in the corner. I can see why the Kings didn't think he was going to shoot it. He was deep. He was covered. He still made it.
Yeah, that was a game the Lakers stole because the year before they had given one away there late at Arco.
Number 8.
It'll be Bobby Brown starting things off. And they've got Francisco Garcia and Quincy Doobie joining them on the floor, along with Jason Thompson and Big Spencer Hawes with the basketball now. Hawes has it taken away. Man.
And then give it back to him.
That's Thompson. He'll shoot 2.
I like the left hand.
Yeah, faked it. Used Garcia as a decoy.
Foul number 7.
I like the fact that he got challenged on the inside, and because Lamar was there on his right shoulder, he puts it in his left hand. Gets the pass from Hawes, little ball fake. Lamar didn't bite, and then nice usage of the offhand and gets the first of 2.
The Metro Athletic Conference Player of the Year. He averaged 20 and 12 last year. He just looked real easy, real fluid in his game over the summer here in Las Vegas in the summer league. Granted, it's against guys in the summer league. As we head over to John Ireland. John?
Joel, that last foul was on Lamar Odom. Lamar told me before the game that one of the biggest adjustments he'll have to make as Phil Jackson changes his role is on defense. He says, I'm used to playing defense next to the basket. Now I'm going to have to play defense all over the court, and I'm going to need to learn how to do that. And part of that learning is coming tonight.
He's matched up with Thompson and wanted to take him to the box right away. As Andrew Bynum's back into the game for the Lakers with Josh Pau. So that threesome on the baseline. And then Ariza and Farmar in the backcourt. Good ball movement. And Francisco Garcia moving without it. Gets the layup. 31-28 Sacramento.
You know, that comment about playing defense away from the basket and playing different positions, it does make a difference. Because when you play defense one certain way, and all of a sudden you're asked to change, it can be a difficult procedure.
Farmar setting it up for Bynum, but fouled on the pass by Bobby Brown.
Good quickness by Jordan Farmar, recognizing the seam and exploding into it, getting ready to make a pass to Andrew, but gets pushed in the back. So that takes away the easy hoop for Andrew Bynum.
Let's see if Andrew can get some touches on the block up against Spencer Hawes.
So now that time he used some patience. That was nice by Andrew. Read the defense.
Farmar deep into the shot clock. A long three. Van Hawes with the board. So the Lakers 45%, 53% at the end of the first 12 minutes of play. That's Garcia's specialty. Just a little strong. And that was a breakthrough year last year from Francisco Garcia. Off the bench, hitting at a very high percentage from beyond the arc. It'll be a hold on Garcia. Mismatch there, a 3 against a 4. But back to what I was talking about Garcia. He raised his average by 6 points a game. That was the third largest increase in the NBA last year. And he hit 39% beyond the arc.
Well, they've got to go to Josh Pau a little bit here, because if Francisco Garcia is going to guard him, put him on the box, size differential favors the Lakers.
Go right to it. And with the left hand, it'll stay home.
So you got to make them pay you with that kind of a mismatch.
Lakers exploited. Ariza gets the assist. And it's a 1-point game at 31-30. A little more than 2 minutes gone in the second quarter.
Basically, the Kings have 3 guards on the floor, so Garcia's going to have to guard either Lamar or Josh Pau.
With a step back for Spencer Hawes. Andrew Bynum made him arc it a little bit more than he wanted to as Lamar Odom clears it out. Over the top, Bynum. And out of position. He was off balance as he came down with it. A turnover for the Lakers.
Well, he never did have his feet under him prior to trying to get that position. And then when the pass was thrown, he was off balance on the reception.
Bobby Brown tried to leave it off. It was Josh Pau who deflected it. Trevor Ariza comes up with it. So a pretty good pace now with the small lineup that you were just talking about.
Yeah, with this small lineup, you can afford to increase the pace a little bit, because you don't need a 5-man break. You have one of your big stay back.
Shot clock coming down on Lamar,
and he doesn't know it.
Ariza does though, and it's blocked anyway by Doobie. Numbers. It'll be Doobie in the corner. Kobe on the opposite side, but Thompson. So reset of the shot clock. And a reset of the offense for the Sacramento Kings. 1-point game. Little pick and roll. No, Brown will go with it. Tried to go down, didn't it? Now, Lamar Odom against the smaller player, Bobby Brown. And they call a charge.
I don't know about that one. Lamar tried to extend and get his shoulders past the defender, but the official was only 3 feet away from the play, so he had an unobstructed view. And when they've got unobstructed views, they don't make bad calls. If they call the charge and turn it over.
Test drive a luxurious Lexus today. And by Carl's Jr. Without us, some guys would starve.
Welcome back to Las Vegas. I'm John Ireland. Kings leading the Lakers in the second quarter, 31-30. Lakers owner Dr. Jerry Buss is here. You see Dr. Buss sitting there, and just to his right, he's kind of blocked right now, but just to the right of Dr. Buss, there he is his son Jesse. That's the youngest of the Buss's children. Dr. Buss has 6 children. Jesse is 20. And I asked him, you can see they're laughing there together. They spend a ton of time together. And I was with them last night, and I asked them both, what do you guys talk about? And Dr. Buss said, we talk about 2 things, basketball and rap music. And I looked at Dr. Buss, I said, are you a fan of rap? And he said, I wasn't until Jesse told me that I've been called out in a rap song by the rapper Nas, who is one of Jesse's favorite artists. Apparently Dr. Buss was mentioned in one of the rap songs, and now he uses that to relate to the younger crowd, Joel. So Maybe one day we'll get mentioned in a rap song, but I wouldn't hold our breath. Back to you.
All right. Well, if you're on YouTube, and we all are on YouTube, you hear plenty of rap. The videos are great, and a lot of Kobe highlights and a lot of Laker highlights. They put together incredible packages. Francisco Garcia. Last year, picked me up for him and Sacramento. He's in his 4th year for Louisville, a 26-year-old. Young man that was born in the Dominican Republic, played his high school ball in the States. Josh Powell. Good for him.
You stay with it, too. That's what I like to see in a shooter. You catch the ball, you shoot, you jump straight up, come straight back down, you close a little bit, keep your arms up. That's a nice play.
Good finish. So the Lakers only down by a point, 33-32. Thompson, he's been asking for it since he came to the game. That's going to be short. And Trevor. Andrew Bynum out there. Andrew, same spot, same result.
You know, now they've got Trevor Ariza being guarded by Doobie. Doobie must weigh $170. Although Trevor isn't.
He is $170. 6'3", 170. Spencer Hawes. I know that was drawn up. They really want him out there beyond the arc.
Yeah, but they got to take advantage a little bit of Doobie.
Beyond the arc.
Yeah, but they got to take advantage a little bit of Doobie, too. You know, you got Trevor Ariza.
Farmar probing. Teardrop. I'd love to see more of that. Bynum keeps it alive. Thompson clears it away. But I like the initiative. Farmar with a little runner. Little teardrop action. Respect that.
They just didn't talk defensively, and as a result, out of position defensively.
Andrew Bynum created that turnover. His length. Farmar with the reason. Man, a couple of free throws coming up. Bobby Brown with the foul. So the Lakers doing a good job getting to the free throw line and making the most of it. They have yet to miss at the stripe, leading by 1. Whose team is deeper? You can find out a lot during the preseason about the depth of your squad.
Well, you do and you don't, because, you know, there's so many teams that play players that are not that bad, but they're not going to end up on the roster. I mean, you've got X number of players, and you're going to keep X number of players.
So right now, everybody out there for Sacramento is going to be on their team. They're all guaranteed. Bobby Brown, in fact, their 14th. They signed him. He is guaranteed this year. He sits down as Udrih is back into the game, their lead guard. They're going to split minutes this year. That's how much they like Bobby Brown. Talking to some of the personnel people before the game. Big guy can handle it too, Jason Thompson. Setting up Francisco Garcia. And Thompson thought he had the rebound, last touch by Ariza. It'll stay in the Kings' end of the floor.
Good activity. Nothing to show for it, but good activity on the glass.
These were 2 of the highest scoring teams in the NBA last year. Lakers 4th best, Sacramento 8th, and the Lakers 3rd best in field goal percentage. Udrih rattles it home. So off the bench, he can shoot. He got his opportunity. You believe Minnesota just waived him? They got him for a 2nd-round ticket, then waived him. Didn't get a thing for him. Josh Powell set up and gives Jordan Farmar the assist. Lakers by 2, 37-35. Confidence growing. Doobie tried to set it up for Thompson, who saves it, bails him out. It looked like a turnover, didn't it?
That was a nice play by Thompson.
Doobie got caught in the air, didn't he?
Yeah. But Thompson saved him, then gets the assist. That's what hustle will do for you.
They've also got Dante Green. Probably see him a little bit later tonight. Over the top. And Trevor Ariza over the shoulder. How about the acceptance of the pass, though? The way he really shielded his body against the defender.
They finally recognized that he had a small one on him and threw it on the inside. And then he ends up getting to the charity stripe. 5:58 to go in the half. We've got a tie ball game here in Las Vegas.
We're all even at 37. Very entertaining start between the Kings and the Lakers tonight in Las Vegas. And our Carl's Jr. text question, an opportunity for you to win. Trevor Ariza, Lamar Odom, Vladimir Radmanovic. Who should the Lakers starter be at the 3 at the small forward? All you have to do is text 86212 on your cell. That is 86212 on your cell.
You know, one of those players that the Lakers are going to count on this year for a lot of different things. Josh Powell. He's having an interesting start to this game. He's only played about 8 minutes. already checked in with 6 points. And, you know, he's a guy that's really been effective on the glass in the training camp, and that's what they want out of him. Obviously played last year for the Clippers in his 4th NBA season. Still young, so that means he's energetic, got those young legs.
Yeah, we've got a couple of the rooks out there for the Lakers. Joe Crawford, their 2nd-round pick, who has checked in. Brandon Heath for the first time on the floor as well. And Chris Mihm taking over. Down low, joining Pau Gasol. So Trevor Ariza going to the free throw line. And after the free throws, Kobe is going to be coming in for Trevor. You know, Stu, we just had the Carl's Jr. text question about who is going to start at small forward. A lot of guys go, I couldn't care less about starting as long as I'm on the floor at the end in crunch time. I just want my teammates to count on me at the end of a game.
It's a good political answer from all of them, you know. But they all, deep down in their heart, want to start. I mean that's just the competitiveness of players. I mean, if you're not a guy that wants to start and play a lot, then I'm going to question whether you have the heart to really want to compete.
Yeah, and Derek Fisher started last year, of course, for the Lakers, and is going to start once again this year. But as the season went along, other guards got a lot of minutes, like Jordan Farmar. But down the stretch, Derek Fisher is back on the floor. Thompson needs to work on the jumper. He's done a lot of little things well. 39-37 after the Ariza free throws. The Lakers are 9 of 9 of the stripe on the run. Ariza and Hawes helped out defensively. The secondary defender got the block after he attacked Garcia.
From behind, he never did know that Spencer Hawes was there.
Going to be a hold on Brandon Heath. Now this backcourt had problems in Fresno. Let's see if it's a little bit easier for him this time around. After some practice, and a chance to look at that film, and I'm talking about Joe Crawford and Brandon Heath, and also it'll help to have Kobe on the floor.
It only help if they're going to ask Kobe to bring it up the floor, though, because where they had their difficulties against the Clippers, it's just advancing it past midcourt. Kobe checks in and picks up a quick foul as he gives Garcia a little body check.
It's the 3rd team foul on the Lakers, so one more while the Kings are out of 4 fouls. Lakers will shoot the rest of the way. Udrih off the pick. Boy, he had a drive to the basket. Instead, he gets a triple. It's Garcia with Udrih on the assist. 40-39. Kings by a point with 5 to play in the first 24. Kobe setting up. And Chris Mihm tried to get it across. Wanted to go to Pau Gasol.
Again, though, when you're going big to big in traffic like that, I think you're almost better served to throw it up high, because when it's thrown down low, they may lose sight of it for a moment. Plus, it brings the small players into the mix.
Second chance opportunity, which really hurt the Kings last year. They get it because Thompson tracked it down. They only averaged 11 second chance points a game last year. They get it this time, though, on the Hawes dunk, the dribble penetration. They were 2nd lowest in the league last year in second chance opportunities, but that was all set up by Beno Udrih's penetration.
Yeah, that time, though, the Lakers were asleep on the perimeter. It turned just to watch Beno do his thing, and all of a sudden the dive ends up in a layup.
We saw against Spencer Hawes, they reposted.
Left hand, here it comes.
Kobe tried to keep it away from Hawes. Thompson in the middle of the floor. Man, athletic for a big guy, isn't he?
What was so athletic about it was he was on the wing running down the floor with a guard. And he not only held his own, he got his step.
A little jump stop.
Good catch and finish.
44-39, 5-point game. Kings by 5. It'll be John Salmons coming into the game, taking over for Francisco Garcia. So a lot of run ride now for Jason Thompson out there. He's 12th overall, their first-round pick, young man from Burlington County, New Jersey. Kobe's tied up. It'll be a jump ball.
He tried to split 2, but Spencer Hawes did a good job of standing in and then reaching out. Did the same thing that Lamar did on the other end in the first quarter. Forced the jump ball by tying up the dribbler.
And the guy who's jumping with Kobe just turned 20. So, a 20-year-old who left Washington after his freshman season. So the Kings get it with 3:35 left in the half. Chris Mihm. A long reach. Snared the long rebound. early entry for Gasol. Good for him. And a couple of free throws coming up the foul on Thompson.
Well, the youngster Thompson, he really did bite on what Pau was selling there to the middle, and that's what you want to do. If you want to go baseline, you have to sell me as a defender that you're going to go to the middle. I'll take that away from you, then that's going to give you the baseline. But if you don't make it a good sell, you're not going to get either one. Good job by Pau Gasol.
Yeah, you like the little knee trying to root him out of the block early? Pau Gasol with the first of two. The way he played over the summer, just like Kobe, he's not going to need many preseason minutes. He looked good. He looked sharp already.
Yes and no. Yes, because he's sharp, but no, because I think he needs minutes with Andrew. No, I think that combo needs some minutes.
Yeah, when Andrew's on the floor, don't disagree, but they got to get the two of them out there together. And what about that move by Jason Thompson?
Yeah, he did drop step and spin move, freed himself up from Chris Mihm.
Gasol, the face-up game, and Pau, as it says, a little sharp right now. 46-43. Three-point game with under 3 to play.
And he doesn't, when he shoots that shot, he really doesn't jump, so it frees him up to do something off the dribble if necessary.
Chris Smith, the distance. Good to see. So he took it away, and Thompson had some fabric, in fact. He grabbed the jersey of Chris Smith at the start of that play.
The Kings want a timeout if they see their coach, and they finally do. So 2:37 left to go here in the first half. Lakers trying to fight themselves back into the lead. As Thompson makes the nice spin, ends up with the easy one on one end. And then on the other end, Pau Gasol says, here, take a look at this baby jumper.
One-point lead for the Sacramento Kings, 46-45 for the Lakers right now on a 6-0 run. And it's the Jack in the Box halftime report. We'll join Jim Hill and James Worthy as we have 2 minutes and 37 seconds left in the first half. Joel Myers, Jim Lance, John Ireland, Thomas and Mack Center in Las Vegas. The Lakers have been coming here for a long, long time now. And you remember, Stu, in the old days when the Utah Jazz actually used this for some of their home games. They had, up to 10, 12 home games a year here.
Yes, they did back in the day. Matter of fact, it was in this building that Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
He broke the record.
Sky hook.
Broke Wilt's all-time scoring record here. Chris Mihm.
Still the prettiest shot in basketball. Every other shot is just routine, whether it's a jumper. They're all routine. But how many times do you see players attempt the sky hook or even take a sky hook?
Well, it was such a beautiful motion, the way he fired it. And Spencer Hawes, it was mistimed by Pau Gasol. The rim had something to do with that. But and back to the sky hook, the way he fired. When it was on the right side, that left knee went up, way elevated.
That's what makes a hook shot. If you're a right-hander, if you don't get the left knee off the floor, you're not going to get any elevation.
Man, it was perfect. It was perfection. 2 minutes to play. And Thompson after. Mihm kept it away with the box out. So the Lakers down by 3, 48-45. Gasol after it. Thompson beats him to it. They're hitting the deck, aren't they? On the trail to John Salmons. Mismatch inside. And a good play. He spiked it away and comes up with it. As Hawes brought it down on the catch.
A lot of changing of ends, but no scoring.
Joe Crawford's on the board for the first time.
I mean, literally the first time? This is only the third preseason game.
Not many minutes for the young man.
No.
Not many minutes.
In a crowded backcourt.
That is his second basket as a Laker. Salmons, little space. Mim's got the board. The Lakers look for the lead. A little crossover action by Brandon Heath.
Right into traffic, though. There's too much congestion there to make that trip.
Hawes takes away the baseline. And now shot clock considerations. Heath got away with a walk. Short of the shot, though. And cleared out by Kevin Martin. Salmons hit. Couple of free throws coming up as Kobe's got the foul.
Foul number 24, Kobe Bryant.
A nice aggressive move by the former Miami Hurricane. John Salmons in his 7th year.
And he's good off the dribble. I mean, he's a good one-on-one type player. Good guy to have coming in off your bench. Your offense starts to bog down. Bring in John, and he can pick you up a little bit.
Yeah, career highs last year for him in scoring, rebounds, steals, and minutes. Former first-round pick for Spurs, but was dealt away in a draft day deal back in 2002. Remember, it was a Speedy Claxton trade, and it turned out well for both teams. Because Speedy Claxton really helped the Spurs. In the finals that year, the Spurs won the championship in 2003. High post action, Pau Gasol. Joe Crawford with the triple. And Thompson tapping to himself. As the Kings in play for the final shot. So will they go into the locker room? With the lead as they're up by 2 right now.
Just how big will it be? 2 or 3 or 4 or 5?
Too often we see guys who should go up too soon, give the other team an opportunity. And he went too soon. Now will the Lakers get the shot away? Set up. Tried to lob it for Chris Mihm.
Well, under normal circumstances, with the clock not the issue it was, that would have been a nice play. But with the clock the way it was, you're coming down. You have to know that you got to take that shot.
So the Lakers go to the break, trailing by 2 to the Kings, 49-47. And time now for us to head back to the studio in L.A. It's the Jack in the Box halftime report as we check in with Jim Hill and James Worthy. Guys,
in the backcourt. So as Phil said, there's different lineups. Not only every game, but every half, it seems.
Well, last year, the Sacramento Kings turned it over more than any team in the NBA. They were dead last out of the 30. The Lakers were 11, which was an improvement. Well, let's see. It's early in the preseason. And a lot of different combinations on the floor. As Kobe got a piece of it, creates the turnover. Put it off the glass. So Kobe's out there, as you mentioned. And right away, looking for his own. He thought he was fouled by Salmons from behind. And guess who read the pass? Trevor Ariza slams over Garcia.
There's that anticipation again. Trevor almost baits you into it, and then he'll stop and then make that burst into the passing lane, gets the interception, and then takes it to the rack and finishes. That's just good anticipation and obviously better finish.
It's almost, and granted, it's early in his career, it's becoming a trademark of his. That he will burn you a couple of times a game like that. If you're very casual about bringing it up.
It makes you concentrate more on your offensive end of the floor.
Shot clock down on Mikey Moore and Garcia. You don't want to foul this deep, and the Lakers get the stop. Garcia upset that they passed it to him that late in the shot clock, as you can tell. It's tied at 49. So the Kings now with 14 turnovers, the 11 for the Lakers. They made that deal, moving Mike Bibby to Atlanta. Sheldon Williams and a first-round pick coming over the primary deal. As Kobe, short of the free, picked up by Udrih. The primary consideration of the deal, though, was getting rid of salary, and they did that because Mike Bibby had another year left on his contract this season with a big number next to it. Garcia denied, and Pau Gasol came over and altered it a little bit. Kobe Bryant grabbed on his way. So looking for early offense. And it's going to come into the side.
Well, he was definitely,
he was trying to pass.
He was passing.
He's going to leave it off with the trailer.
At least the Lakers that time, after the quick turn, they pushed it up and got some early offense started.
Pau Gasol up against Brad Miller.
That's too long to hold it.
He waited for Ariza, and smart. As soon as the whistle went, he just threw it towards the rim. A couple of free throws coming up for Trevor Ariza.
I say it was too long to hold it, but at the same time, it took the other 4 Lakers too long to recognize and to finally have someone dive, make someone cut to the basket and make them pay for the double team on Pau Gasol.
The Lakers are now 13 of 14 at the free throw line, and that's another thing that Pau Gasol brought to this team. A big man that can make free throws, because the Lakers finished last year 6th best in the NBA at free throw percentage. A lot of games were under the stripe. As the Lakers found out, winning 57 with the best record in the West. 51-49, Lakers by 2. Salmons leading it off for Mikey Moore.
That's his game.
Yep. Spotting up from inside 15 feet. Former Nebraska Cornhusker.
Shoots the outside jumper.
How about those Huskers? Good game for the Huskers over the weekend. Kobe, beautiful pass by Lamar.
There's Lamar being Lamar. Just move. Lamar will get you the ball.
So the assists up in game number 3 for the Lakers of the preseason. And then don't forget, you can join us at Staples Center over the weekend. Lakers playing both games at 7:30 on Saturday night and Sunday night. It'll be FC Barcelona on Saturday night. Brad Miller tried to barge his way in, and Lamar's length took it away, even though Garcia had the position inside. Brad Miller tried to barge his way in, and Lamar's length took it away, even though Garcia had the position inside.
That's the long arm of Lamar. He just reached over the top. Didn't even jump, just tapped it to himself.
Plenty of time of the shot clock. Fish caught underneath, out of bounds underneath.
On the line.
It's rare when you see Derek down there like that.
Not a lot of real estate there to operate with. As they were running their corner series. And Derek is supposed to cut. He did cut, but he got the return pass and ran out of space.
Francisco Garcia almost got it off the top of the glass to fall. That's a soft touch if it goes down. And Derek gets it to the other end. So Derek hit his first, missed his second, now gets his third. He's 2 of 3 in 11 minutes of play. And the Lakers with a 4-point lead. That is their biggest lead so far. Largest for Sacramento in the first half was 7. Give and go. Udrih. And the short corner 3, Garcia. Didn't get the roll.
You want some soft rims.
He'll get the roll this time. I do like the way Pau Gasol came out and challenged that shot in the ball. You didn't just quit him.
Yeah, that's what you have to do. You may not, think you're affecting it, but you will.
Gasol, boy, did he work before that ball ever came in.
Well, Brad Miller had had him a bear hug around the waist area there, and if Brad could have just gotten out of the way before the whistle, might have pulled the chair a little bit.
Andrew Bynum waiting for his opportunity to get in the game. He started the game tonight. He played 12 minutes. Played the first 6 minutes, and then 6 more in the second. He had a board and a couple of points. Also a couple of fouls. Kobe finding space over Salmons, who's challenged that, stayed with the play. The Lakers after this 44%. 44% for the Sacramento Kings. Salmons game. And he burns it. 1-point lead for the Kings. 56-55. Derek Fisher. Long two for Derek Fisher. Just warming up, isn't he? Got that regular season look on his face, though. Kobe thought he was fouled after he poked the ball away by Salmons. And could have been foul on Lamar Odom.
Foul number 7, Lamar Odom.
When you see that an offensive guy is come off the high screen and he's dribbling flat to the sideline, and you know your teammate's going to double him up over there, don't wait for him to make the pass. Start making your move now. Get into that passing lane, and if the foul isn't called, you're on your way going the other way.
Inside of 10 of the shot clock for the Kings. Stopped there, didn't it? Well, Salmons got past the basket and then blew it.
He got beat up all the way to the basket. Derek's got the hot hand. Will it continue?
Barely. Got the bottom and not even close. So here goes out of bounds. Glanced off, whether it was the bottom of the backboard or the rim, it went out of bounds. Fish just wanted to find out after hitting the last couple. He's now 3 of 5.
Heat check, huh?
Preseason check. How many games did they play in the preseason, Stu, when you were playing?
Too many.
You feel that strongly about it? Kobe takes it across. And it's going to be a charge call. It'll go the other way. But it was interesting, and I bring it up because Phil Jackson talked about the way that his college coach was getting him ready.
Well, and one thing you don't want to do is run in a straight line. Start going left and right a little earlier. That way the defender, in this case Brad Miller, would have had to move his feet a couple of times, and then you're more apt to get the blocking foul. But if you go in a straight line, you're going to be in deep trouble.
Ball kicked out of bounds.
I don't think Phil Jackson is in agreement with how they're setting the screens in this game. It's the second time he's leaped off the pitch. Maybe not leaped, but stood up.
He looks good, though, I think. He looks healthy. Trevor Ariza takes the offensive charge. Well, things have changed. The 2 days the coaches could run, and what was it, 32 two-a-days? He was talking about Bill Fitch getting the team ready, and then only one preseason game.
Back in those days, you could have two-a-days through the whole training camp. But the rules now are such that you can only have the first 6 days of camp can be two-a-days. After that, you can't have 2 days.
Good ball movement. Trevor Ariza didn't get it, but Pau Gasol there to clean it up. Yeah, things have definitely changed with the Players Association and the collective bargaining agreement. We're halfway through the third, with the Lakers up by 3. Good look for John Salmons. And Lamar will get the board. Lamar, this is by far the best he has looked in the preseason.
Well, he's been active and he's been making things happen.
On top of the ball, Salmons smacked it away. In transition, Francisco Garcia.
Hard one, the baby jumper.
And he's short on it. Lamar with Gasol. And Lamar was going to take some bodies, wasn't he?
He took them. Took 2 of them.
I'm taking some casualties here.
Francisco Garcia, he's probably going to get the foul, and he definitely took the worst of all of that. He's slow getting up. And Lamar Odom attacking the rack and also attacking Garcia. There'll be free throws when we come back.
5:48 to play in the third. The Lakers up by 3. Lamar Odom drawing the contact from the foul to the opposite end. Well, Carmax brings you our text question. A chance to win. Trevor Ariza, Lamar Odom, Vladimir Radmanovich. Who do you think should start this year? That's small forward. Text the number 86212 on your cell. That's 86212 on your cell phone. Lamar looking good.
Yeah, Lamar's energetic tonight because the numbers, if you look at his numbers, they're not that overwhelming at all. But he's just been involved in a lot of things in this ball game. And that's really where you like to see Lamar because he's going to rebound for you. And he's going to score. It's just a matter of how much he's going to score. I think if people want him to be a lot bigger scorer than he wants to be to a large degree. He only has 3 points tonight with 7 boards and a few assists. But he's the type of guy that creates problems for the opposition because of his versatility. And I think Phil Jackson is trying to take advantage of a lot of that versatility.
It's funny the way things work, though. Lamar took 2 quick shots to start the game. And he hasn't, because it was probably fresh on his mind. Okay, he wants me to shoot, I'm going to shoot.
But it's not his makeup.
Yeah, it's definitely not his personality. So, since he got it off his chest, okay, I'll shoot. He forgot about shooting.
No matter what, we always revert back to what we are, to where we feel most comfortable. And Lamar feels most comfortable being a playmaker.
It just looks more fluid out there right now. He's got 7 boards. And the way he rebounded for the Lakers was so key last year after Andrew Bynum went down. He and Howell picked it up the glass. As Andrew Bynum's back into the game now, taking over. And it looks like the Lakers are a little zone action out of the timeout.
No, they just got out of position defensively.
Because it looked, there was a scramble, and all of a sudden, look, is that a box and 1? 60-56. Lakers keep it to the offensive end.
They get a break on that transition play because that wasn't run to perfection by any stretch of the imagination.
Jason Thompson, the Sacramento lineup.
Who had a solid first half of play. He was 2 of 5, but he did have 5 boards, 6 points in 13 minutes. Their first round pick out of Ryder. A lot of people, when he was drafted, remember that? Jason who? Out of Ryder? Are you serious? Out of bounds. It'll stay in the Lakers' end. And I bring that up, Stu, because remember when Donald Foyle was taken out of Colgate so early in the draft? And a lot of people said, why would you take him? Because he didn't face great competition in college, so you don't know.
That's why they pay the scouts the big bucks. Find out who to draft and be able to say with some certainty that this guy can play here.
Yeah, and Donald never developed an offensive game in the NBA. He could rebound, he could defend, but he never became a scorer. Andrew Bynum, good floater. Soft touch by Drew.
Well, I like the way he kept the ball low, almost a swing through to touch the floor, and then quick off the ground off the floor to get the hoop.
So while we're watching purple, we're thinking blue right now, if you know what I mean. Dodgers. Brad Miller in the corner. Gets the triple. 62-59. Lakers by 3. Inside of 5 to play in the third. Boy, look at Miller. Yeah. There's DNA from Andrew Bynum, and Brad Miller's got some of it. Fish scoops. Well, how many times have we seen Derek try to get there? And he does. But that finish.
Nice
good
pass.
Look by Udrih. Thompson rejected. That's what you want to see from Andrew Bynum.
Yeah, that's exactly what you want to see. And that's what they're going to count on Andrew to do a lot of this year.
Fish fouled. He was waiting for a whistle. It was like a delayed reaction by Derek, like, get alive, buddy. You serious?
But he never released the ball.
Right, and it was going to be up and down if he didn't get the whistle for Eli Rowe. But that look by Derek.
But Andrew Bynum, this is the area where they're going to count on him. Rebounding and being that last line of defense and make plays just like that. Block it, keep it in play, start the team going the other way. Because if he's on the floor, he's going to score X number of points. But the biggest thing that he brings to the table for this team, this Los Angeles Lakers team, is his defensive ability and his rebounding.
Yeah, guarding the rim. And the one thing that stood out when you said that was keep it in play.
And that's it's something that's hard to teach the big guys, because it teach anybody. Because normally when you block a shot, you swing your arm so hard that it goes out of bounds, and the majority of block shots go back to the offensive team. But when Bill Russell, say, back in the day, was blocking shots, he would just touch it. And the majority of his blocks went to his team.
Udrih on the lead. Looked like a pretty good lead guard that time, didn't he? Scoring guard. Used his pick effectively.
Well, that's what he does. I mean, he'll run that high screen and roll. And if you give him a 15-footer, he's going to knock down a high percentage.
Inside of 4, Kobe. Isolation, but Thompson was flashing into the double. And Kobe took a layup. He was that close to the basket. Then a little elbow to the chest of John Salmons.
Talk about taking away the player's ability to jump off the floor. Kobe jumped into his chin.
He got 9 on 4 of 12.
See, the Lakers are scrambling right now, so people are open.
Thompson, very alert play on a miss by Udrih.
Yeah, but that's because the Lakers went to double team, and I don't know if that was in the game plan from that position.
Fish, and Andrews there. It looked like Fish was blocked.
That was a pass all the way, I thought.
Yeah, sure.
Seriously, I thought
68-63. It worked either way. Setting up. It's Udrih. And Ariza kept it away. The man who just checked into the game with a mohawk. Dante Green, first round pick.
It's called a throw hawk.
Is that what it is?
Not a mo, but a throw. Throw hawk.
Whatever it is, he's got it. Little step back, Trevor Ariza. He sized it up well, didn't he? 70-63. Lakers with their biggest lead.
You talking about making an adjustment in the air. He never did square up off the ground, but while in the air, he had his body turned enough to knock it down.
A 6'10 guy in Dante Green. A little thicker as well at 225. Brad Miller, he can make it short that time, but he's got range. Green will pick up the loose stuff.
Nobody guarding Brad Miller.
Andrew Bynum fouled him. So the Lakers, they just broke down defensively.
Now that was a bad play there. The Lakers just got a little bit out of position and end up giving Brad Miller some free throws as Kobe gives John Salmons a nice move and turnabout for Trevor Ariza.
Lakers basketball brought to you by Mercedes-Benz, located on the web at MBUSA.com. Lakers by 7. Couple of free throws coming in for Brad Miller with 2:10 to play in the third. And our CarMax text question once again, an opportunity to win. 86212 is the number you want to text on your cell. 86212, Trevor Ariza, LO, or Vladimir Radmanovich. Who's going to start for the Lakers, in your opinion, at small forward? And right now, surprisingly, Radmanovich is your choice. Drew with a couple of nice plays.
Andrew Bynum is starting to get the timing and things back, not only on the offensive end, but the defensive end. And, you know, people think, oh, well, he should be able to just step on the floor and play. It's basketball. But when you've been away from the game from a competitive standpoint since January, you just don't step out on the floor in a couple of games and get the timing back. So it's going to take Andrew the whole preseason and maybe even longer to get the timing and everything back the way he would like to have it.
Andrew Bynum was our guest with John Ireland on the post-game show from Anaheim, and he said, I'm just rusty.
Yeah,
I got to get it back, and he brought up the word timing a couple of times, but the rust, just shake it off.
Well, rust and timing are they're synonymous with one another. They're the same thing. When you're rusty, your timing's off. That's the way it is.
Well, Brad Miller is going to the free throw line. This is a guy that wasn't drafted. Started his career with the Hornets, went to the Bucks, Pacers. 6th year now with Sacramento. And the first of 2. Sacramento adding Thompson and Green this year. They've added a couple of other guys over the last couple of years. And then in 2010 is going to be where they have cap room. So they're looking at the free agent class of 2010. That summer. Not this summer, but the next summer. They're going to have flexibility. Brad Miller makes it a 5-point game at 70-65 as Josh Powell has come back into the game for the Lakers. Kobe, he wanted to make the extra pass, but Brad Miller jumped it. Got it away from Josh Powell, a turnover.
Foul number 21, Josh Powell.
Josh Powell and Vladimir Radmanovic out of the timeout, coming in with Jordan Farmar and Kobe Carl taking it over for the other Kobe. Kobe Bryant will sit down.
And believe it or not, I think obviously, guys, Kobe's so competitive. He loves to play, wants to play. I would really restrict his minutes in here in the preseason because he's played so much. I just think his legs need a rest.
Nobody's played more minutes over the last 2 years in the NBA than Kobe Bryant. And then he, of course, played over the summer. And all those minutes on the floor for the U.S. team. Phil Jackson's already said it. There's a way he'd like to get it down. Kobe played almost 39 a game. It's Kobe Carl. He is long on the 3. Lakers back in transition. Salmons creating space, then jumping back into Kobe Carl again.
And that's probably why the whistle didn't sound.
Yeah, foul on Spencer Hawes. Kobe Carl, usually on the arc that time. Good to see him go to the rack.
Foul number 31, Spencer
There are times when Kobe will show something going to the rim, and you say to yourself, you don't have to settle for that long 3-pointer so much. Don't just catch and fire, catch and fire, catch and read. You have the ability to do some other things. Showcase some of that.
And we have talked about 2 guys that are an integral part of the rotation for the Lakers, and we'd like to see them. Sasha Vujacic, half his shots last year were 3-point attempts. Jordan Farmar, almost 50% were 3-point attempts. And both are good enough to take the mid-range game. And especially that young man who had a breakthrough year last year. He's got a beautiful stroke. Sasha Vujacic, the machine will be back. They're playing it safe with the ankle that's been a bit tender. 6-point game, 71-65 as Kobe Carl gets 1 of 2. Radmanovic off the miss. Yeah, what a great start to the night for Vlade in the starting lineup. The space if they're going to double Andrew Bynum.
Holding for the hook.
Yep. Use the off arm to get around Spencer Hawes. Jordan Farmar with the offensive foul. Turnover still there for the Lakers. They've got 16 compared to 17 for the Sacramento Kings. So you don't want that to be a trend going into the regular season. And that has been a concern. The one thing that Phil Jackson has brought up repeatedly, they have to clean it up.
I tell you, Phil has really been into this game verbally. He's done as much talking tonight, whether it's to his own team or to the officials.
Andrew Bynum kept it away from Jason Thompson. Phil just looks young, looks healthy. He's into it, animated. Shot clock, game clock separated by about 4 seconds. Andrew Bynum jump hook. Josh Powell taps it around, keeps it alive. Radmanovic. And offensive foul off arm on Vlade.
Offensive foul.
In the thick of things, you're not looking at the shot clock, but they could have pulled it back out for the final shot.
Yeah, but when you have a big, especially, he gets an offensive rebound right there in the paint. I'm not that disappointed that you just don't try to power it back up.
Dante Green. Long range, right on line. Good looking stroke. And that'll do it as the Lakers outscore Sacramento by 8 in the third 12.
Well, they've got 12 more minutes here in Game 3 to see if they can notch their first win of the preseason. They lead the Sacramento Kings by 6, heading into the fourth and final quarter. He was off to a good start, but it's found it a little bit more difficult of late.
Lakers tie with it in the final 12 and had a good third quarter defensively, holding Sacramento to just 16 points. Andrew Bynum, soft touch. Lakers with their biggest lead of the game. They're up by 8, 73-65. And congratulations to Joe Torre of the Los Angeles Dodgers for the win tonight in Game 3 of the LCS. So I said we're thinking blue, and we definitely are. Nice win. That's a watch. It'll go the other way.
You know, that last trip down where Andrew Bynum scored, Kobe Carl with a nice bounce pass to a open Andrew Bynum. That was a nice play by Kobe. He was under control, and he was taking his time. And I think a lot of Kobe Carl's problems are he rushes so much. I mean, everything he does is at a real high speed, and you just have to relax and play the game.
Josh Powell again decisive when he turns and squares up.
I mean, he's showing that he's got the 15, 17-foot jumper. But not that we didn't know that. He showed that last year.
He's 4 of 5. He's got 8 points. Bobby Brown off the heel keeps it down. So Bobby Brown, a 24-year-old out of Westchester High School, and an all-Big West guy out of Cal High School, and an all-Big West guy out of Cal State Fullerton, with a contract with the Sacramento Kings, and well-deserved. Radmanovich spacing, Farmar found him, and right back at him. Fresh shot clock.
Well, they say box out the shooter.
It'll be last touch by Jordan Farmar. That pass was just a little slow.
Stayed up in the air a little too long, huh? But not only that, once you could see that the defender was rushing to get it and going to be going out of bounds himself, that's when you got to back away so that you've got time to react. You're just going to try to throw it off your body or your legs. Give yourself as much space as possible.
The Lakers by 8, 75-67. Sheldon Williams in for the first time. This guy was taken 5th overall 3 years ago. And they called the foul on Radmanovich. He came over. He was in his 3rd year from Duke.
Fouls number 2.
5th overall by the Atlanta Hawks.
Brad was a little off balance when he came over for the double team, and his momentum just carried him into Sheldon Williams and picked up the foul.
It seems like in the preseason when Vladimir's made mistakes, it's been at the defensive end of the floor. Things like that, where he picks up fouls in unusual positions. No back door. Jordan Farmar took that away. Williams blocked away. Andrew Bynum, his 2nd block of the game. He stayed at home. Farmar with the 3. And Radmanovich kept it away from Hawes. Hawes. Quick hands. Looked like it was going to go off his shin. On the trail, Bobby Brown out of bounds to the Lakers. Kobe Carl didn't quit.
Wow, and that's just a misfire by the Kings in transition. They had 4-on-1, 4-on-2, and they end up with absolutely nothing.
Yeah, the Lakers give it right back on that long pass as Powell knew he wasn't going to get it. He tried to direct it to Andrew Bynum. So the turnover is dropping up for both sides. 19 for the Lakers, 19 for Sacramento.
I wonder how long it'll be before the officials tell Andrew to put his shirt, tuck his shirt in.
Brown had it spin out. And Bynum and Powell. I like the combination. Boy, they went for it. They were hungry.
Well, Sheldon Williams isn't a high flyer. He utilizes his body effectively, but they challenged the shot and really put him in a bad position.
Kobe Carl coming up short. Man, off of Josh Powell. Sheldon Williams, former Defensive Player of the Year in the ACC, and that's why a lot of people were surprised when he was taking that out. 5th overall by the Atlanta Hawks. But there have been some surprises from that organization in recent years in the draft. Spencer Hawes, good offensive game.
Spencer Hawes.
That he can do. he can shoot.
7-1-2-45, and the Lakers don't turn it over as Powell saves it. Alert play. Off the Kings, throws it off the shin of Garcia with 17 on the shot clock, and that's what the Lakers will have to work with when they come back. But a ragged start.
Those are the kind of plays that Josh Powell are going to make. He's going to make those plays and endear himself with the coaching staff. The hustle plays. 8:58 left. Lakers on top.
6-point lead for the Lakers. It'll happen when they put it back into play with about 9 left in the fourth. We're in Vegas. Our CarMax text question. Well, this is game number 3. There's 5 more to make a decision for the Lakers coaching staff. And who should start at the small forward spot? Trevor Ariza, Lamar Odom, Vladimir Radmanovic to win. Just text on your cell, 86212. That's 86212. We head over to John Ireland. John?
Thank you, Joel. And I'm here with the Lakers owner, Jerry Buss, and son Jim, the vice president. Jerry, this Las Vegas crowd has always been great to the Lakers, haven't they? It's almost like a home game here.
I think we've played here something like 14, 15 years in a row. And, you know, we always call it our home away from home.
This has been the best the Lakers have looked in preseason. They stumbled a couple of times early. What do you think about tonight?
Well, they're beginning to gel. We expect them to be slow. You know, we don't want to rush things along. Want to give everybody a chance. So it'll take a while, but I think they look very good.
Jim, how about you? What do you think about tonight?
I just like he's mixing up the lineups, and you can see that they're starting to get comfortable playing with each other, the different lineups. But he's still a lot of different changes, which I enjoy. That's what's fun about preseason.
Thanks for your time, guys. And Joel and Stu, I should add, a very warm welcome extended every year by the Mirage to the Lakers, and Laura Skolnick and her staff doing a great job of moving the Lakers here for the weekend. They always make sure we have a great time. Back to you.
All right, and we do thank Scott Sabellis and everybody at the Mirage. A 75-69 lead for the Lakers. Let's see if Andrew Bynum can go to work. Short shot clock, though. Instead, Jordan Farmar. And Radmanovic. That's been his game tonight. He has been very active. He has hit the boards.
And that's what you like to see. I mean, just because you didn't take the shot, that doesn't mean you can't do something.
He's got 9, and that's his 6th rebound of the game. Coming to the offensive end of the floor. That's his 3rd offensive board. Andrew Bynum had it tapped away by Sheldon Williams. Josh Powell challenging, but Dante Green with a second chance opportunity. The Kings get one of their own. Inside of 8 left in a 6-point ball game. Farmar, beautiful bounce, and Bynum will shoot 2. How about that bounce?
That's nice. And then that's the pass that just everybody should try that pass in that situation. Not the straight pass, because players can easily put their hands out and deflect it, especially the bigs. They don't want to bend over to get to the bounce pass to deflect it. Andrew receives it, tries to attack, and gets fouled.
And quite a collar by Hawes. As Bynum short brought the rim into the equation. So Andrew Bynum, 22 minutes. Good activity tonight for Andrew. That's his first trip to the free throw line, believe it or not, though. 8 points, 5 boards, a couple of block shots. And let's see, am I taking away 1 from Andrew? Because I know he's got at least 2, officially 3 blocks for Andrew.
Well, C.J. Giles makes his first appearance of the night, coming in for Josh Powell. And looks like DJ Benga is going to be making his first appearance this evening on the next dead ball for Andrew Bynum.
7-point Laker lead. Man Radmanovic trying to get it away before it got to Jason Thompson, who's out there with Hawes and Sheldon Williams, Dante Green. Very young group on the floor now for the Sacramento Kings as well, and Bobby Brown. C.J. Giles, we liked the way he was so assertive when he got the ball. And he was on the blocker, a little pinch post position. He turned around and he faced up well from 12, 14 feet. And Joe Crawford, 2nd round pick of the Lakers, back into the game, the young man out of Kentucky. So Benga's first activity of the night. Thompson was asking for it. They've got a fresh shot clock.
Benga. Now is when you don't want to foul.
Deep into the clock, it's Thompson. A good challenge by Benga to make it very flat on the shot. Farmar in transition. No look, and off the fingertips of C.J. Giles. Big guy was running the floor well. So the Lakers with 20 turnovers. But there's plenty of positives tonight. How about 42 boards to 37 for Sacramento? And also the assist total. As they had 13 assists at the break on the first 17 makes. Dante Green. He's not bashful, is he? He had 40 plus in a summer league game. In fact, his first summer league game as a member of the Houston Rockets squad. Joe Crawford showing his range. A long deuce. 81-71 first double-figure lead.
And Joe Crawford took his time on that possession, and he caught it. He realized he was open, and he just got the seams the way he wanted it and knocked down the jumper and forced Reggie Theus and the Sacramento Kings to call a timeout. There's still a lifetime left in this third preseason game for the Lakers. 6 minutes and 39 left, and the Lakers up by 9.
Lakers basketball brought to you by your Southern California Ford dealers. See what's new at scforddealers.com. And by McDonald's. I'm loving it. Getting ready for the final 6:39 in Las Vegas. Preseason continues for the Lakers. FC Barcelona coming up Saturday at Staples Center. That's on FSS West. If you can't be out at Staples Center, FS West again on Sunday night. Either the Clippers or Raptors. Lakers are going to play definitely both games at 7:30. And the Bobcats on KCAL 9 once again on October 21st. Now, FC Barcelona. Is it like the end of a soccer match when you face FC Barcelona? You take off the jerseys and exchange them with your opponent?
I don't think so. I don't think so.
Nobody's
if you do that, then the announcers have to do it as well.
Oh, brother. 9-point ball game. God, that'd be ugly. 80-71. What an ugly sight. 80-71. Lakers by 9.
That's his first personal. Second team foul.
Okay, we won't make you take your shirt off. We'll just tell you to take your jacket off then.
It's a deal.
Just change your jacket.
Lakers have Farmar out there, along with Joe Crawford, Vladimir Radmanovic, C.J. Giles. And up at the top, they go to Thompson. Foul coming on Benga.
No basket.
That was a nice high-low by Hawes and Thompson.
Foul number 28, DJ Binga. First personal.
So Andrew Bynum, the ice is there. He's done.
And when you see him iced up like that, you know there's no returning generally.
9-5 with 3 blocks. By far the most impressive game of the preseason for Andrew Bynum.
And that ice is just preventive stuff. I mean, sometimes a player needs it and has to have it. And most times, though, players will come out and ice up as a preventive measure.
Giles jumped out there before went right back to the shooter. That's a cardinal sin if it goes all the way back to him.
And he gets it. As long as he doesn't get it, you're all right.
Coaches will kill you on that. They're halfway through the fourth. Farmar got a beat on Bobby Brown. And beat big before he could get there. He got it on the glass. Up against Spencer Hawes.
Well, the hardest thing for the young kids coming into the NBA is that end of the floor, the defensive end. And you realize that, wow, guys are a lot quicker and stronger and better than I thought they were.
Hawes couldn't get to it. But it's interesting that Bobby Brown was going to give it to him that far away from the basket to begin with, 30 feet plus. So that's a twosome. It didn't take long. They communicated right away when they got together last year.
And it didn't even have to be verbal communications. They just communicated on the court so effectively.
Benga. Said Josh Powell can do it out here, and Andrew Bynum, so can I. 84-72 Lakers by a dozen.
Benga wants to get into that power forward mix. Clog it up even more, DJ.
Green trying to lose the smaller man. Little step through, and Dante Green. He can definitely score. Rookie out of Syracuse, 6'10", 225, 28th overall selection. Here's the interesting part of it. He was taken with the pick the Lakers gave to the Memphis Grizzlies for Pau Gasol. C.J. Giles off balance trying to get that up. So he was taken by Memphis, then dealt to Houston, and came in the Ron Artest deal to the Sacramento Kings. That's how he got there, and it all started with Pau Gasol.
Well, we got less than 5 minutes left here. I hope these coaches have somewhere to go.
Well.
Lakers.
Served all day.
Less than 5 to play. Lakers that far away from their first preseason win. Now, if you were alarmed for some reason about what the Lakers were doing during the preseason, don't forget, when the Lakers won all those titles, 3 in a row, they didn't have a winning record in any of those 3 preseasons. 2000, 3-5. 2001, 3-5. 2002, 4-4. So it's not panic mode, and especially for the staff. They know.
Last time I checked, as you know, they didn't count those records in the regular season.
It just doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. Sure, you would like to win every game you play, whether it's preseason, a scrimmage game in practice. As a competitor, you want to win, but it doesn't go into the win column until game 1 of the marathon season.
Jason Thompson, good-looking stroke, 84-75. It'll be interesting to see how they work him into the rotation, because he is going to be a part of their future. I don't think there's any doubt about that. He's got a couple of free throws that go down. 84-76. He's out guarding Kobe Carl. Very athletic, big guy at 6'10", almost 6'11". Giles and Hawes with the shove. A little bit of foul on Spencer Hawes. C.J. Giles going to the free throw line.
Fourth personal.
Nope.
Second team foul.
It is actually
their second team foul.
No, it's their third.
Is it their third?
Yeah, third. I thought it would be their fifth. Wishful thinking.
Yeah. You don't want that.
Well, it
stops the clock even more.
It's going to happen whether you or I like it. Crawford, shot clock all the way down, and he's out of bounds and walking anyway. Trapped with the bigs underneath. And it goes back to Sacramento. So Giles out there with Benga. Crawford. Brandon Heath has checked in since the last time out. It's Kobe Carl. Spencer Hawes. Second chance opportunity for Sheldon Williams with the left hand. Phil Jackson looking over to Eli.
Number 28, DJ Binga.
So Benga with the foul.
Talked about Sheldon earlier, the fact that he's not a high fly guy, but he really knows how to use that body of his, especially the backside. And, created a situation there where he made sure that the taller, higher jumpers couldn't get to the shot by jumping into their body.
He's got a big league frame. There's no question about that at 6'9", 250.
He's actually looked like he's in better condition this preseason than he was last year. And that's good to see, because I like the fact that players take care of themselves a little bit better.
Makes both. So their last four coming to the free throw line from Thompson and Williams. 84-78. A little bit of a dry spell for the Lakers. Now Kobe Carl against the larger Sheldon Williams. Nice little fall away. Had the space. 86-78 as Kobe Carl gets his first basket on his sixth try.
I'm sure Phil Jackson wants this unit to be able to hold on and secure this victory, but there's still 3.5 to play, and only a
Fouls on number 0, Brandon
8-point lead here.
And the Lakers out of fouls, so free throws arrested away for the Sacramento Kings. Kings still with one foul to give.
Bobby Brown, 1+1.
And that was Brandon Heath impeding the progress of Bobby Brown.
And one of the things that the staff will really try to impress upon their team, especially their young players, is, we've got to learn to play defense without foul, without those types of fouls where the guy's just cutting through and you're holding on to him. You got to play a smarter, cleaner game.
Kings 16 for 19 at the stripe with a miss. Lakers 19 of 23. So 3+ left. Heath over Brown. That's what he did so well. All-time leading scorer in San Diego State history. The Lakers up by 9.
They have him playing point guard here. And my thought is he's not a point guard. He's more of a scoring guard. And that's a big transition for a player.
Thompson showing his range. It's a long two. Foot of the line. 88. 82. And it should be 88-81, and it is. So take a point off the board. It was only a deuce. Giles wants a post-up game against Spencer Hawes.
Very good. The last time down, I thought he was going to get called for carrying it when he was dribbling out in front. He gets his hands under it and to the side and keeps it off the floor a little longer than he should. And that time, he got caught. 2:42 left, the Lakers on top.
Lakers basketball brought to you by Toyota. Moving forward. And by Jack in the Box, where we don't make it till you order it. Final 2:42 in Las Vegas with the Lakers up by 7. But the Kings get it back on another Laker turnover, and that's really the only minus right now. 22 turnovers once again for the Lakers. Pau Gasol, steady start tonight. A very easy game for him. It came to him. 22 minutes, 5 shots, made 3 of them, hit all 6 of his free throws, 12 and 6. Couple of assists for the big man from Barcelona. And Pau Gasol ended up a Memphis Grizzly because he was traded. He was actually selected by Atlanta and then went to Memphis in a deal for Shareef Abdur-Rahim. And unfortunately, because of injury, Shareef had to retire just over the last few weeks. But retiring as a Sacramento King, he is staying on, and he's going to help out that staff. So he's behind the bench tonight over there in a suit. And what a great experience for that young man.
Yeah, it's nice to see Shareef. He's a real good guy. But again, it just shows you what time and injuries will do to you.
Yeah, freshman of the year. Yeah, Cal. 1 year in the Pac-10. I remember it like it's yesterday when he just broke down and cried like a baby because he declared for the draft, but it was a tough decision. He didn't want to lose Cali. He enjoyed it so much there. Final 4 on the shot clock, and bail him out with a block. And free throws coming up. So right now, the Lakers putting the Kings to the free throw line, and that's the way they're getting back into the game.
And there's still a lot of time left. You know, the Lakers looking to get their first preseason win, but not playing defense without fouling and getting to the charity stripe. The Kings cutting into the lead.
14 and 6 now. For Jason Thompson, the rookie, out of Ryder. Young man's got a lot of game. 2:21 left. 88-83.
See where the Lakers go with this unit that's on the floor to score. They better run their offense all the way.
Kobe Carl floats through. Nice step through against the bigger man.
That was not an easy shot.
90-83. Very effective move by Carl.
Well, he's got a bigger guy on him. He should be able to take him off the dribble, which he did.
Noel Felix just came into the game. And on the miss, Banga couldn't corral him, so it was picked up. A gimme for Sheldon Williams. Back to 5, 90-85.
Puts the pressure back onto the Laker end of the offensive floor. So who's going to score?
Giles. Boy, can he elevate. Soft touch. C.J. Giles. He's been real emphatic. When he gets it, he doesn't take much time. 92-85. His first basket of the game. Young man out of Oregon State. Another foul on Heath. More free throws, stopping the clock with 1:25 to play.
You know, we talked about who was going to score a minute ago. And all of a sudden, Kobe Carl decides to take his man off the dribble. He made not an easy shot. I mean, he was hoping for a whistle. He didn't get that unless he got it from one of the young ladies in the stands.
(92-86). 19-22 at the free throw line. And Bobby Brown with 7 points, and 5 of those 7 coming right there at the stripe in 22 minutes of play. So a 5-point game. Good experience for the young guys. Heath in particular, and Crawford. Banga. Picked up by Thompson. Plenty of time for the Kings. Too much time. Well, Felix wanted Thompson, but he hit the deck.
Well, see, Thompson didn't get the memo that they painted the three-point line early this morning, so it's a little higher than the rest of the court. He came down and tripped right over it. Face first into the floor.
Bad time for a turnover for Sacramento, trying to make the comeback.
Get out of that corner, boy. You dribble to a corner, you're asking for trouble.
11 left on the shot clock. 48.8 on the game clock. So the Lakers that far away from the first preseason win. It'll be Joe Crawford off the Banga pick. Opportunity for the Kings and Felix. Bobby Brown. And Sheldon Williams staying at home. Been effective around the rim tonight.
And the Lakers have to take another shot. So it's only a 3-point game here. Let's see what happens. The basket here could ice it.
Brandon Heath, a little hesitation. And Benga couldn't slam it home. C.J. Giles called for the foul. Free throws for Jason Thompson to make it a 1-point game with 24.3 to play.
So if you're the Lakers with only a 0.3 of a second differential in game and shot clock, do you make sure you force the Kings to foul by utilizing just about all of it, or will the Kings foul, thinking that you're going to take it and they'll have some time, if not much, to get a shot?
Well, Reggie Theus, as Thompson misses the first. Reggie Theus had already called over Bobby Brown to make a decision.
But
that was
fouling
before the miss.
But they're fouling now for sure.
There's no question. Try to get the steal to the inbound. You don't get to steal your foul.
And he missed them both. Did he?
Yeah, didn't get the roll. Giles clears it out quickly.
Just get it across midcourt and play keep away.
Brandon Heath, though, as you mentioned earlier, he takes his hand under the ball and picks it up.
And there's a rhythm to everybody's dribble. And when you break that rhythm that much, that's what I call a discontinued dribble. The same thing is almost a carry, but not defined the same way, but very similar to the same thing. And, if they're going to clean up the hand checking defensively, then give me, if I'm a defender, don't let them dribble the ball illegally either.
Now, free throws for the Lakers. That last foul, they still had a foul to give. So Joe Crawford, second-round pick out of Kentucky, going into the stripe, trying to ice it for the Lakers up by 3 and make it a 5-point bulge with 18.5 seconds remaining. The Lakers right home on the charter tonight, and then a week of practice. They have an opportunity to assess things, reevaluate, and get ready for FC Barcelona on Saturday. And then into the game on Sunday. And coaches love it. As Phil Jackson said, he enjoys practice at this time of the year. This is when they have an opportunity to really teach.
That's when they can actually have a practice. They have enough bodies to run 5-on-5. During the regular season, they don't have a lot of bodies or a lot of time to do anything with a real practice. So that's why it's so important. Another timeout? Don't you know the game over? I got a bowling tournament to get to.
Fresh out of college, Joe Crawford stepped to the line. Good experience. Hit both free throws in crunch time with 18.5 seconds left. So the regulars on the bench for some time now for the Lakers. And it was Crawford and Heath with Kobe Carl and Benga, along with C.J. Giles out there. Not much time in the second half. Kobe Bryant or Pau Gasol.
Good.
You said it. And the Lakers up by 5.
See if they can play this possession without fouling. Because Sacramento is going to foul. If they score, they'll foul. If they don't score, they'll be able to run the clock. The game will end up. It's up to the Lakers not to foul.
Former Washington Husky Bobby Jones in for the first time. It'll be Bobby Brown for 3. And Thompson kept it alive for Dante Green. Batting it around. And Joe Crawford will come down with it. And that will do it. The Lakers have their first win in the preseason. And it was the collective, especially the starters in the first half, the way they moved the basketball.
Well, it's a start, It's a start where they're showing some continuity as units, and that's what they have to do in the final 5 games of the preseason.
Let's head over now and join John Ireland. John?
Thanks, guys. I'm with Lamar Odom. You guys played better tonight than you did in the first 2 games. What was the difference?
I think we probably played better defense throughout the whole game. Again, you always want to do things well in the preseason, but you won't let 3 games determine how your season's going to end up.
Phil was just giving you the eye there. Was that the good eye or the bad eye?
He always gives me the eye. It's like the fatherly eye I'm like the prodigal son, you know what I'm saying? So.
You seem to find your groove a little bit tonight, too, and you're in the different spots you had on the floor. You feel better about the way you played?
Yeah, I mean, it'll keep getting better. Like in my 3rd game, we got 4 or 5 practices coming up. Next game, I expect to do better. It'll get better and better every game.
Thanks for stopping, Lamar.
No problem, brother.
That's Lamar Odom. Back to you guys.
Yeah, I like that eye. 9 boards for Lamar with 3 assists. Took only 2 shots, but definitely looked like what we are used to from Lamar.
And Lamar knows about Phil. Phil likes to just say things and do things to see how it's going to affect a certain player. Hopefully Lamar knows how to react, and I know he does.
So pick me up for the Lakers, especially to see LO play that well tonight in Las Vegas. For Stu Lance, John Arlen, I'm Joel Myers. Thanks for joining us. Final score again, Lakers win it by 5, 94-89. Good night, everybody. We'll see you in LA over the weekend at Staples Center.